Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am back with another video. Young Buck is getting his hustle and his grind on these hip hop streets, and he recognized that he has some very loyal fans, and he took to Facebook Live to address them. Okay, everything seemed to be okay until your average troll, and you know how these trolls go, you know how they get their roll on when they want to troll somebody, ask him about 50 Cent. Okay, thinking that by asking him 50 Cent, Young Buck is just going to go bananas on 50 Cent. And he went bananas, but he was defending 50 Cent to this troll. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about Young Buck. Okay, I've been around Young Buck enough to know about him. All right, Young Buck is very, very loyal. Okay, he's very loyal to his friends and family, and he's very loyal to 50 Cent. Okay, now I say about 5 or 7 years ago, something went down with him and 50 Cent. You know the situation. It's always about money, and they had a disagreement about that particular matter, but everything else is kind of rosy and towards him and 50 Cent. Okay, so Young Buck in Nashville was a hot ass rapper. Okay, and 50 Cent has an eye and an ear for music, and he knew that there was something special about Young Buck. Young Buck originally supposed to be signed to Cash Money Records. That deal just didn't work out to the benefit of Young Buck, and then Young Buck ultimately decided G-Unit Records and G-Unit, and the rest was history. All right, G-Unit was really smashing records as a group and also as solo acts. Young Buck, 50 Cent, and Lloyd Banks, they were untouchable. Okay, they had a great run. Okay, particularly in the hip hop game. Okay, now Young Buck spent the majority of his time here in Nashville, and I had several occasions of meeting Young Buck. Okay, I remember chopping it up with Young Buck at a car wash in the hood, and he brought out the baby blue Bentley. Okay, I know a lot of you guys hear him rap about it in a couple of songs. I witnessed this car for myself, a baby blue Benz. Every time Young Buck touches down, everybody in Nashville, Cashville, Tennessee would show him love. But back to the original story, 50 Cent knew that this guy was going to be very special behind the mic. Okay, he really progresses his craft, and he really works hard in the lab and also in the studio. Okay, Young Buck had the rep of the streets. He was a very skillful rapper, and he can write lyrics with no problem at all. The problem with Young Buck is when you try to expand Young Buck into the Hollywood world, the social media world, that's when those worlds collide. Okay, Young Buck is basically a street Negro. Okay, there's no ifs, ands about it. Okay, all he knows is about the street. All he knows is about game. All he knows is about what's really popping in the hood. Okay, but whenever you try to expand Young Buck into the Hollywood world as well as the social media world, then there is a problem. Okay, just like on Facebook Live when he clapped back at these trolls and basically was defending 50 Cent, basically telling these trolls like, yo, if you really want to know how 50 Cent get down, then holla at him, get at him. Okay, don't come to me with it, get at him. Okay, and that's what that's who Young Buck is. Okay, but Young Buck really can't handle the trolls, especially the trolls today on social media. Sometimes they're like little gnats. They're around you and they're just annoying at sometimes. But Young Buck, as far as his rapping skills, are top notch to me. And every time I met with Young Buck. Every time we would talk, he treated me with the utmost respect. I think it was 8-9 months ago, he had to serve time in prison. I wished him the best of luck, and I also wish for him when he comes out of the prison, he was going to be even better. Okay, but as far as business wise, managing his money, the tax situation with the IRS and the social media world, as well as the entertainment world, Young Buck had a hard time adapting to those situations, and 50 Cent helped him for the most part on some of those aspects that I just mentioned. But it is what it is. That's who Young Buck is. Okay, Young Buck is from the hood. He don't believe in that Hollywood type nonsense. That's just something you cannot sell to Young Buck. Young Buck always wants to keep it 100. He wants to keep it real. He wants to keep it up to a buck. You know the slogans, okay? That's how Young Buck is in the hip hop game, and he's a cool guy. He's really a very cool guy. He also, when he was in Nashville, he would do these charities for kids. On Christmas time, he will buy them Christmas toys. When it comes to Thanksgiving, he made sure that the mothers here in Nashville, Tennessee, had a turkey to cook. I mean, this guy was really invested in the community. I wish the rest of the world can see how good this guy was. Unfortunately, a lot of people just only got, I'd say, about 10% of Young Buck, and then they started assuming about what type of human being he was and what he is. To me, I just didn't think the world really embraced Young Buck, didn't really try to understand him. Cool cat, very, very cool guy, okay? But guys, tell me what you think out there. Rate, comment, subscribe. Notification gang in the building. Please hit that notification bell so it'll let you know when my next live stream or video is going down. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am you.